Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to From Here to Healthy at 50 and Beyond. This is vlog number 6, and today we're going to discuss thyroid. We've all got thyroid unless you've had it removed, and usually the only reason you have your thyroid removed is if you've had thyroid cancer. And just on that note, if you've got to have cancer, thyroid cancer is the best cancer to get because they can go in there and they can remove your thyroid and you'll be fine. Um, There's two kinds of thyroid problems: hypothyroid and hyperthyroid. Hyperthyroid is when your thyroid works too fast. It causes your metabolism to speed up to where you can't keep weight on, you're cold all the time, you have a lot of issues. Sometimes they're finding that this goes with when you have autoimmune issues. This hypothyroidism goes with it. Hyperthyroidism goes with it. The other side of that coin is hypothyroidism. Most people have hypothyroidism. That is where your thyroid slows down. It slows your metabolism. You start to gain weight. You have chronic pain. You sweat a lot. Your hair and skin take a beating. You can tell that they aren't healthy. And you generally feel really yuck most of the time. I found out that I was hypothyroid back about 10 years ago. It was after I had had a hysterectomy. I had been told once I had my hysterectomy that I would feel 1,000% better. I went in, I was still feeling bad. And the doctor said, well, you've got so much stress in your life, we're going to put you on an antidepressant. That's your issue. Well, the antidepressant just made me feel worse. So one day I was reading a magazine and it was talking about a woman who had hypothyroidism, and it went down the list of things that she had been dealing with, and I was that woman. It said that hypothyroidism is often overlooked by doctors because they're looking for something much bigger, and so they don't do what is necessary to find out whether you have it or not. And it's easy to find out. All you have to do is have a blood workup done. So I marched myself into my doctor, took the magazine article, and said, I want to know if I have hypothyroidism. Well, he was one of those doctors that didn't particularly want the patient doctoring herself, and he kind of turned his nose up at it, but I refused to walk out without him checking my blood work. And he went in, he checked my blood work, and yes, I was very much hypothyroid. He started me on medication, and I did start feeling better. To properly take care of your thyroid, you need to go in and have blood work done anywhere, depending on your doctor, anywhere between every 6 weeks and every 6 months to regulate, make sure that your body's where it needs to be, because especially at first they have to kind of work around to make sure they bring your levels up. So they may start you on one dosage and find out after another blood draw that you need to be on a higher dosage or a lower dosage. So it's kind of trial and error at first, but trust me, it makes you feel a lot better. It's the difference between laying in bed and not knowing whether you can actually make it to the bathroom or not, and actually getting up and feeling like a real human being. Last year, I'm very conscientious about my health because of my mother's past history with cancer, and I had an MRI of my breasts. And an incidental finding was that I had nodules on my thyroid. So they sent me to an endocrinologist. This is who normally takes care of people with thyroid issues, especially severe thyroid issues. Luckily for me, that my nodules were nothing. But that is when I learned that if you have to have cancer of the thyroid is the best one to have. He went ahead and upped my dosage, and he's been following me ever since, and I do feel a lot better. The problem with hypothyroidism, especially in women my age, our age, whoever's watching, is that you put on weight. Granted, some of them is because your metabolism has slowed to almost a snail's pace. And part of it is because you're going through changes in your life and you're eating more. But then you want to lose that weight. And having hypothyroidism does make it a little bit more challenging to lose weight. You have to work a little harder at it. You have to actually work out a little more to get the results that you want. Unfortunately, if your thyroid problems are not addressed as they should be, you don't feel like getting up out of bed and working out. The flip side of that coin is the more you work out, the better you feel. So it kind of is a catch 22, and you have to take the necessary steps to make yourself feel better. And if that means going in and asking your doctor for a blood workup to find out if you are hypothyroid, then you need to do it. Since I've been on medication, I don't have the sweating issues like I did. It can cause your blood pressure to rise. My blood pressure has stayed pretty good considering everything. It makes your skin and hair look much better. On a day when I fix my hair, it actually looks okay. My skin stays pretty good. And I don't have the aches and pains and the desire to not move like I do when my hypothyroidism goes unchecked. You are on medication daily. It's not something that goes away. You can lose all the weight in the world and you're still going to be hypothyroid. So it's something you have to stay on top of. You have to have periodic blood work to keep it in check, to know where you are, because you can go to all the work of losing all the weight, and then if you go off your medicine or you go unchecked, then your metabolism is going to once again slow down and you're going to start putting weight back on, and it's going to be all for nothing that you lost the weight. It feels like it's more difficult for us with hypothyroidism to lose weight, but it really isn't. It's a case of we need to get up, get moving. And that's pretty much what keeps us from losing weight when we have it, is if you're not up moving. And we have to do a little bit more than everybody else because we have to really kickstart our metabolisms back, because it's kind of like they've almost turned off and we have to turn them back on. What turns them on? The right foods and exercise. The more exercise you do, the more efficient your body is going to become, the more efficient your metabolism will be, and the quicker you're going to burn calories. In this day and age, with insurance the way it is, I've noticed in doctors' offices, even my love doctors, they're doing less and less right off the bat. You have to have more issues before they're going to actually offer to do the blood work, offer to do the x-rays, whatever. If you think that you might be having a thyroid issue, I strongly urge you to go into your doctor and have this conversation with them. Tell them your symptoms, and you as a patient can request the blood work. Yes, you will probably have to pay for it, part of it at least out of pocket, but it is worth it to get on top of this. Your meds for your week, I get my meds 90 pills for 90 days, and it runs me about $15. So it's not an overly expensive drug. Some insurances even completely take care of it, but it is worth it to know what's going on inside your body. Also, if it goes unchecked, it can cause problems in your body. You will continue to put on weight. You can go into and have problems with your joints, with your muscles, and you will go through, your quality of life suffers because you go through life feeling like crap. Your family suffers, you suffer, everybody suffers if it goes unchecked. So I strongly urge you, if you think you're having any of these issues, if you're between the ages of 40 and 50 and you just don't feel like you used to feel, go in and have this conversation with your doctor. Tell him how you're feeling and really, really, really urge him to do a blood workup on you, because it's not scary, it's not life-threatening, and it is something that is going to improve how you feel and how you take care of yourself about 1,000%. Well, as always, if you have any questions, you know to leave comments. If you know me on Facebook, please leave a comment there, or please feel free to email me at lelam3@sbcglobal.net. Until next time, see ya. Bye.